Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I should know it's best. Hope everyone's doing amazing. If not, I hope your day gets better. And don't forget, we don't have bad days. We only have bad moments. So don't let a bad moment make you have a bad day. Well, today I wanted to talk about the drama that's going on at the Breakfast Club between Jess Hilarious and Lauren. Well, if you guys haven't heard, they Jess did a live last night, which I have for you guys after I finish talking. I have the live that she did last night, speaking on how she felt about Lauren, and I have the video, also a video and some clips of her returning to work the next day, and them, her co-hosts, telling them how they felt about what she did in that live video. Well, my opinion on the whole matter, I feel like Jess just felt like she was slighted. She felt like that girl that she tried to help is basically trying to take her job. And I'm going to break this down on why I feel this is how she feels. This is my opinion, but the way she's lashing out and talking about it, this is what I gathered from. In my opinion, Jess Hilarious and Lauren were friends. They were cool. I don't know if they were best friends, but they were good friends. And Jess was pregnant and she knew she was going on a maternity leave. And her knowing that she had a friend that was really cool and just probably needed a chance, allegedly she used to work at the TMZ, but we didn't know Lauren at TMZ. So we can't say she was already on like that because obviously she was still trying to find her way. And Jess made her own way by being just who she is, her personality, the way she delivers her jokes. That's why she got the light. Now, Lauren, on the other hand, has the education behind it. And she knows how to do things, but you don't notice her because she just bland. She just fits in with everybody else, so she doesn't stand out. So, by her having a friend like Jess that stands out, can equal opportunities for Lauren. So, I feel like Jess was like, you know what? Let me help my friend out, Lauren. She doesn't really have no shine right now, so I'm about to go on maternity leave, and maybe she could just take my place. See, she was just trying to be a good person, be a good friend, woman empowerment. Why wouldn't I help a person that I know to, she already has the skills, she already has the education behind it, so she'll be a perfect fit. See, Jess was looking out for her friend more than she was looking out for herself. Because if she was looking out for herself, she would have never, ever picked a person that was more qualified to fill in for her job because literally she got slotted out of a job. So it was like, did Lauren have motives? Like, hey, I'm going to get my way to the top by any means. I mean, allegedly that's how the Hollywood people think. Like, hey, they'll step on a few toes if they had to. Maybe she didn't feel like the friendship was big enough to be loyal to that. So what I'm thinking is that maybe Jess was like, okay, they had a discussion. Her and Lauren was like, okay, you're gonna take over for me, but when I come back, I'm gonna get my job back, and you're gonna kind of like step down, just out of respect. Even if they didn't have a discussion, just out of respect, knowing that Jess gave you that position, you're still in the mix because now you got to get connections, you got to meet new people, so now you're gonna have doors open for you, anyways. You did not have to overshine her out of a job, but it feels like Lauren overshined her. Like, you know what? Nah, when you come back, it's gonna be we going toe to toe. I'm not stepping down. This is my dream job too. That's Lauren's dream job, Jess' dream job. So now it's like, see, Jess was like, hey, if you guys just like her, then give her own segment. Why are you guys letting her take over my segment? It sounds like you're kind of trying to replace her. Because if you think about it, whenever you're at a job and they start training, they'll have the employee that they're going to get rid of train the employee that they're going to hire in place. They'll have you train the employee for your job. The only thing now Jess messed up is that she asked and referred someone that was more qualified than she was to take over. So that kind of backfired. And Jess was trying to be on loyalty, and I feel like Lauren wasn't on loyalty. Lauren was on like, hey, by any means necessary, I'm gonna get to the top. See, maybe Jess was probably thinking more of a like. I'm gonna give you guys an example of a loyalty. For example, DC Young Fly and Nick Cannon. When Nick Cannon got canceled, I don't know if you guys know, but DC Young Fly was offered Nick Cannon's job to be the host of In Wild 'N Out. Basically, like, hey, we got rid of Nick. You can be the host of Wild 'N Out. You're funny. You can be in replacement. But out of respect to what Nick, he was like, you know what? Nah, I can't do that. Nah, I'm good. He didn't take the job. He said, no, I'm good. And that's how they're still cool to this day. Now, imagine if DC Young Fly was like, yeah, I'm going to take that opportunity and slide in Nick. When Nick was the reason why DC is where he at. I know I'm not going to say that because, DC is where he's at because of his own personality. And he made himself notice and he put himself out there. But Nick gave him that chance to, like, take him to the next level. And so he had loyalty to Nick. And maybe that's the type of loyalty that Jess was expecting from Lauren. But everybody, because that's the kind of heart that Jess probably has. She has loyalty like that, but the problem is sometimes we feel like people got the same heart as us. Like, hey, I wouldn't do that, so I know that person wouldn't do that. You don't know how people think. You don't know their intentions. You just know how you want them to think. You can't put something in your head how a person is and then get mad because they're not how you thought they were. No, you got to learn who you're around and what kind of people you're around. Lauren was just trying to get hers. Is she wrong for that? I don't know. It depends on how you see it. She seen an opportunity and she overdid herself. But in my opinion, I feel like that was kind of wrong because I wouldn't do that. But at the same time, someone else may see it a different way. So I feel like that's what got Jess into her feelings because she is the reason why the girl is there and the girl basically trying to take her job. But she's playing an innocent role like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just reporting the news. Okay, if you are, obviously, you on some career stuff. You ain't worried about no friendship. And I can't get mad at that because, hey, it is what it is. She probably had a goal when she's trying to get to her goals. But the way she's getting to them is kind of foul. Because if you think about it, why would your first thing, when you see your friend that gave you opportunity to have connections that you really didn't have before, because if you did, you wouldn't need her to get there. So the first thing you're going to say is, oh, the people in the comment section are trying to say that. Why are you talking about the comment section? How about like, hey, how you doing? How's it going with motherhood? Why not be on that type of thing? Because it was all about getting her position. It was all about getting in Jess' position. Lauren knew that she was a better, as far as like research and stuff, she knew she was better than Jess in that department because she went to school for it. But she just played stupid just to get to her spot, just to snatch Jess' spot. And Jess is like, hey, I know you guys might be fooled that she's just being innocent, but no, she's not a victim. She's literally trying to sabotage me, and you guys don't even see it. And she's making Jess look bad. This is all my opinion, but this is how I feel. I feel like Jess was just being too nice, and by her being too nice, she could be losing her job. And I think that she's under a contract, so they can't fire her. They have to keep her. So they're trying to push her to where she wants to leave, and then they can just put Lauren in place. This is some scandalous stuff, to me, my opinion. But somebody else might say, hey, you got to step on what you got to step on to get where you got to get. So, you can tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. What side are you on? Please remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, Asha knows best.
The fuck they were going to do up there. They didn't know who they were going to. They say, you know what, we're going to rotate co-hosts like we did before you actually got the third seat. That's what they said. I said, no, I want somebody who know what they doing. I've always from jump gave Lauren LaRosa her fucking flowers, and will always, because what does she do? She does this shit, okay? She shows up. She has a background in journalism. I don't, but that's not why I was hired. I was hired to do Just With The Mess. I was hired to carry that third seat. And I was doing that just great. But then I got pregnant by my fiance. Yeah, I did. Wouldn't regret it, never would. I fuck around and have another one. Stop playing with me, okay? So, I picked her. All right, cool. It's proof of that too. When I got back, she never left. I constantly was asking about, and when I say I called Charlamagne, I called our program director, I called the boss, I'm asking, all right, what's going on? Where's she going? Why is she not leaving? What's up? Why is she still on air? I was told that she was going to be the producer. She was going to be hired as a producer. Okay. Producers aren't on air though. So what's going on? Because we have a lot of producers up there already. They're not on air. What's going on? I've called and I've asked many times. That's what I got told. She's a producer. Oh, okay, cool. So I ain't asked no more. She's only on my segment. So I'm like, all right. I'm putting shit together. Because that's what I do. I put shit together. All right, here we go. So Shorty must about to be on the show. That's exactly what I put in my fucking head before anybody decided to come and tell me again. So I did another round of asking, all right, what are we doing? All right, well, we've always, this is the boss. We've always considered having a fourth seat. But when the fuck was y'all gonna tell me that? When was your, and this is months after I came back. This was like 2 months after I came back from maternity leave. We've always, ever since Angela Yee left, we said that we would consider having 4 seats. So why, when me and Claudia Jordan did the guest co-hosting, or me and Kendra G did the guest co-hosting, did everybody say, oh, it ain't gonna work with 4 people? Why, right? Why was that ever even said? Why wasn't that something that was presented at the jump, like from jump, at the top of the shit? That's what I want to know, right? But I'm still playing. I'm still here, mind you. I'm not playing the game. I'm just still here with it because I'm in this. This is a fucking contract. This ain't no part-time little shit that I got. I got a contract that I negotiated and I got it. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on air. She overtalks. She's over-talking me. Lauren knows she does this shit. Whatever. I've told her about this shit many a times. She over-talks me. I'm like, yo, shut up. All right? Or hush, be quiet. Yeah, that clip that y'all saw. Yes, shut up. Be quiet. Yeah, I've said that. And I've meant that. You know what I mean? That's the only way to get it a hush. So I'm like, all right, cool. One day, I told her, because I went in the comments, I'm like, all right, people don't like that. All right, whatever. I'm not her mother. She's another grown woman. I have to respect this lady, but she's not gonna keep talking over me, yo. I'm already confused on why the fuck she's still here. You know what I mean? Like on air, not in the building, on air, right? So I'm like, all right. I told her, be quiet the next day. Charlamagne texts me and he says, yo, don't tell her be quiet. You tell her shut up. Play into that narrative of y'all beefing, y'all not liking each other. Why the fuck would we do that? But I'm like, you know what? All right, cool. She cool with it, I'm cool with it, because I'm not a be quiet type of bitch anyway. I am a shut up type of bitch. Ask my kids, right? Even the 7-month-old, ask her. So then I asked again, I'm like, all right, so she's gonna be the 4th host. That's what it is. Whenever we do find that, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of beating around the bush, y'all. So look, she started doing the news. I'm like, all right, look, that's her segment. Take me off that shit. Y'all give her that shit. Take me off that shit. This is her segment now. This is no longer Jess with the mess. You know, got dark fast as a mother. Okay. So I said, take me off that shit. This is no longer my segment. I said it. Take me off of that. Give it to her. Charlamagne said, nah, I don't want it to be her segment. It damn near sure is already. Like it's her segment. She's reading it and she's doing it to the best of her ability. Shorty is like that. Yeah. That's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave. That's why I picked her. Y'all need to understand something. I'm never hating on Shorty. I already told her. I tell her every day. I tell her she's pretty every day. I tell her every day. I big up this woman every day. Every day. I don't have no reason to fucking hate on that girl. I don't. No, I didn't like her when I came back because I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? She knew it. We had a conversation. Because the anger was misplaced. Nah, it ain't even you that I don't like. I'm realizing this is the way these niggas is doing shit up here that I don't like. Okay, got it. Now, it's her segment. I went to the person who does the intros, the sounds and shit. I went to Taylor. Yo, Taylor, make Lauren her intro. Take Jess with the mess, all that shit. She says, things can't just change like that. Why the fuck not? Why not? Y'all changing everything else and I'm the only one that don't know. My goofy ass don't know nothing. I'm just coming to work every day, just zippity-doo-dah-day. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, take my name out that shit. Jess with the Mess is not at Breakfast Club. I'm Jess Hilarious up here. Fuck, I'm Jessica Moore up here. Jess with the Mess is not being done. Lauren LaRosa is doing the shit. So that need to be her segment. I fought for that segment. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? While her fans and her people and the Breakfast Club people and the people in the comments, man, I'm not ready to sit up here and act like I don't see that shit. Are y'all crazy? One thing I ain't never try to do is act unbothered unless shit never bothered me. Man, what? You try coming back to work. You try to come back to work, and the motherfucker is right there at your desk, and ain't nobody telling you shit, mind you. Nobody telling you nothing, mind you. Before you know it, everybody thinking you're the villain. Like I'm the villain, cause I didn't know shit. I'm sick of that. I'm very, very sick of that. I'm sick of the shit. It's weird. It's weird. I don't fuck with it. Just be quiet up there. I'm not fighting over no mic space. I'm not fighting over no mic. That's why I went from shut up and hush to not saying nothing. Nah. I'm not gonna compete where I already won this competition. I didn't know it was supposed to be 4. If this was presented to me, prior to hire, then I wouldn't have been so shocked. Like, oh shit, all right, cool. So when we bringing in the 4th person, shit, that's what's up, cool. It's only time for that segment. You know what I'm saying? We had a meeting today to restructure the show and shit like that. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That went crazy too. Listen. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of things that I deal with. I ain't expecting not one motherfucker to feel sorry for me, because that's not what I'm looking for. I don't care. And I haven't said a motherfucking thing. At all. At all. I haven't said anything. This is the crazy thing, yo. I'm gonna let y'all know this. The craziest shit is, right? I wanted Breakfast Club so bad. I wanted it. I grew up on the show. The fuck? Like, what? Hall of Fame show? What are we talking about? Syndicated? This ain't my first time doing radio, but I'm just saying, like, this is the biggest fucking show culturally. You know what I'm saying? I was eating that shit up the whole year I co-hosted. Eating that shit up until I had to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a baby. In this industry, what I'm doing ain't no right time to have a baby, so you have them when you have them. I don't regret when I got pregnant. I don't. I got pregnant on fucking purpose. That's what I wanted, a baby, and that's what I got. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted Breakfast Club. You feel me? And I'm gonna say this. I don't fucking need to be there. I wanted to be there. I loved being there. That was my shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, that was my shit. I used to be happy as a motherfucker on the radio. Yeah, definitely. Listen, I'm not intimidated by no woman walking on this earth. I give a crown to that girl. If you listen to the show, you know. Nigga talking about she tried to be my friend. Excuse me? Ain't nobody trying to be no motherfucking friends. What are we talking about? We just naturally, organically became cool. Once I realized what the fuck was going on, like I said, my anger was misplaced. No, I did not like her when I first came back. I didn't. Even down to how I was supposed to return. Like, we had a whole plan on how I was supposed to come back. When I walk in the room, she never left. First thing she said is not, "How your baby doing?" No, that was Envy, because he's the family man, right? How was maternity leave? No. That's not the first. The first thing that she talks about is the shit that was in the comments. What the fuck would make me want to talk about the fucking comments first? I got a beautiful baby at home. Why? You know what I'm saying? So no, I did not like her when I first came back. I had to learn that Lauren was not a spiteful person. Like, I'm like, I don't like the way you moving. I don't like, I ain't feeling this shit. We had a whole nother plan. I don't know what the fuck what that was in there, but that shit wasn't it. I ain't like that. We've made cool since then. That's it. Right? I compliment this girl every fucking day. Every day. And it ain't forced. She's a beautiful girl. She knows her shit and she on her shit. And that segment came from me. Like, let's not even sit here and fucking play around with it. Like, this the crazy thing. This is another crazy thing. We supposed to be a team up that bitch. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like, when I'm, like, not one motherfucker ever with this online shit. Like, why the fuck should we have to keep playing it? Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela Yee ain't that motherfucking crazy. Not as crazy as niggas try to make her out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that shit for 13 years, my nigga. I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck. Y'all already know what's up with me. I feel played with. I'ma play with niggas. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot. If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's a motherfucking reason. I always got my motherfucking mouth open. All the time. Whether it's something y'all want to hear or it's something that y'all ain't gonna want to hear. I ain't got time. Didn't go live to talk about that retired ass nigga. Who still think he not retired. Nigga, you ain't doing nothing. And honestly, if he didn't hate me so much, I would actually agree with some shit that he was saying. I would. The girl is great at what she do. Lauren with the latest is flawless. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. She got that. I fought for that. The fuck is we talking about? I don't know how long it's gonna take for a motherfucker to confirm that. But yeah, it's like that. I started saying shit on air. Like I said, I don't know if y'all really listen to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all really listen to that shit 6 a.m. or whatever. Yeah. I advocated for that. Get that shit to her. Get that segment to her. Man, that girl do what she do. She do it great. She was doing it great at TMZ. She doing it great up the Breakfast Club. I also been said that she did great during the co-hosting year too. Said that. Along with Claudia Jordan and Jason Lee. I also said that. Okay? Stop trying to make me out to be the villain. Or like I'm the fucking hater or something. I ain't never gonna hate on no fucking woman. Ever. No. Now listen. I may not say everything that y'all, I may offend women here and there. I offend men here and there. I offend others here and there, Okay. Y'all ain't gonna agree with everything I say and do, but I am never going to hate on a woman, especially if she got it going on. Yeah, I'm not. And Lauren LaRosa got it going on. She did. You know what I'm saying? I tell her that. Ask her. I don't know if she'll say it online. She thanks me on air, but she don't thank me online. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I guess, shit a little different, online. But if niggas is a team, if we supposed to be a team, how about y'all clear some of this shit up for y'all teammate? This shit is ran like a high school. Yeah. It's around like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High. Fair East Side High. Before Mr. Clark, though. Like when he first got there. Y'all want a bitch to keep her cool. Look, check this out, y'all. Look, man. I get up every fucking day. Every day. And they always talk about, you ain't at work, you ain't at work. Yeah, bitch, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. That's how I'm getting. Hell no. Hell no. I have more fun outside the fucking studio than I have in there now. Is you crazy? Any chance that be on, any chance I can get to be on Zoom, I'ma do that. Fuck. Nah, especially not, man, look. Check this out. Check this out. I wanted Breakfast Club. I did. I wanted it. I wanted it. I don't fucking need to be there. I want it to be there. You get what I'm saying? I get it. It's gonna be some people angry. You feel me? I'm mad every fucking day how I'm being handled. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't right. My platform is big enough. My platform is big enough for niggas to hear me. So if you didn't hear me before, in meetings and shit, and phone calls and text messages and all this little shaky, sneaky shit niggas got going on, man, you hear me now. You get what I'm saying? Get it? Like, yeah, hear me now. Yeah, hear me now. Here's what it is. And the reason, look. And the nigga Corey, that nigga ain't saying nothing that ain't nobody else saying. It's just that he don't like me. He already don't like me. So it's like, all right, he gonna pack it on. You know, them niggas let her have a failed day with Jess, because I done had a failed day with his ass. Trust and believe that nigga still hurt. Still hurt that I wouldn't accept his apology. Still hurt. That's on him. Still hurt. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's alright. He'll be alright. You know what I mean? But I don't care. Y'all gonna hear me. I don't do that. The problem is communication. Yeah. It been that. You rich Jess, who cares? Nigga, I care. I still care. Because it's still about policy and protocol and it's principles to this shit. Nigga, like, nah. The shit that Corey said, it's been said. It's been being said. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm not doing that shit. So, like, I'm not gonna be quiet.
Act like nobody knew that. Stop acting like y'all, like,
what
we
part?
really...
What you mean we don't have your back? Break that down. Explain how we don't have your back.
Okay, all right. So the narrative, like I said, with the online-ish, that's what I said. Y'all ain't nobody trying to clear up no narrative about nothing. Ever since I came back, it was weird. Yes, it was weird. Yeah, I at first, no, I did not. I wasn't too fond of Lauren. Nah, I wasn't too fond of her when I came back, because we had a whole plan, even how when I came back, how I pick her to fill in for me, right? I come back. She ain't never leave. Then, all right, cool that she don't leave, but she's on only during my segment. If she was meant to be a fourth host, move her in another way. Why she got to be moved in on? Because nobody had a problem with Jess with the Mess until she started reading right. You know what I mean? Till she started
So
reporting. I wasn't hired as a reporter. I was hired as Jess with the Mess. So she started reading and delivering details and all that stuff.
Yes.
Then that's when Jess with the Mess wasn't good enough no more. That's how it was presented. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Who said that though? Because the internet said that?
What are we talking about? No. This is our listeners. This is yeah. Why can't we worry about the comments? And these are people that enjoy the show and watch the show. It's not all about Instagram. It's YouTube. It's like, we have people that have been watching the show. Yes, she's great at what she do. That's why I picked her to fill in for me. But when I came back, it's like, what's going on? If she's going to be a fourth voice, why she only got to be a fourth voice
correct me if
on my segment?
She wasn't a fourth voice. She was a producer. She was hired as a news producer to help with getting all news and doing interview questions.
She was going to be the senior news producer.
She wasn't on there. When you came back, Lauren was not on there. She was in the back doing questions, sending interview questions, reporting the news. Am I lying?
I thought you was.
Am I lying? She was on air.
They told her don't step in this room.
Yes, but I thought you was using her on purpose.
What? You thought I was using Lauren on purpose?
Yes.
No. What are we talking about? No. She didn't leave when I came back. The first day we had a whole situation like, all right, look, this was going to happen. And when it's time for us to roll, it changed. No, the first question was about, the only person who asked me about my baby maternity leave was Indy. All right, I walked in. She addressed the hate in the comments. That was the first thing she addressed when I came back. I'm like, what the hell would make her want to think I want to talk about that?
Y'all talk off air, though, right?
So, yeah. We started talking off air. We started to talk off air.
But I'm saying even prior to you even coming back.
So then I felt uncomfortable that first day. So I'm like, all right, look. Thea was like, all right. Well, we'll just take her off air. She was back the next week. All right, cool. Because there was a voice. Y'all wanted her on air. There was a voice. They wanted her there. They wanted her here. There's a place for Lauren in the show. All right, cool.
But
if there's a place for her on the show,
you wanted her
let's
here
do
too,
it
though.
Another way. Yeah.
Because you said you wanted to change the segment from Jess with the Mess to the Lauren segment.
That was eventually. Okay. Even when it came down to it still being called Jess with the Mess, and then I'm introducing her to introduce stories. That was pointless and it was stupid. It's no Jess with the Mess. Just make it Brown Girl Grinding or Lauren with the latest or Lauren's Legal Corner. I'm giving ideas. I'm like, yo. I even with the Taylor, change that. Take that Just with the Mess off of there. I feel like I'm getting credit for something I'm not doing, and it's stupid because this is not what she does. Is not Just with the Mess. I read headlines and I give commentary. I say what people thinking.
I agree. Could I ask
a
question?
What I'm saying? Yes, she's more of a reporter. She's journalism.
Get in the comments and F with you. You're great at what you do.
Everybody simmer down.
Like, you are dope.
She's very
you
dope.
let them people piss you off. No, F them niggas. You nice. Like, what you do is funny.
I tell her that all the time, on air,
You brought
off
that
air.
energy that we needed to the Breakfast Club, and you let a bitch-ass person in the comments say something to stare you up. I tell you, F them niggas.
We don't even know who these people are.
They could be bots and all that. But, and we doing it on air when we could have did it behind the scenes. Like, I F with you the long way, not on some internet-ish. And to hear that through there, this whack, man.
This sounds very light-skinned. But let's go to the phones. 1-800-585-1051. Let's open the phone lines. Everybody woosah.
I'm going to get a sparkling water,
I got my candles lit. If you need me to